Formal piano lessons train us to prioritize reading first, which is why playing by ear often feels difficult or out of reach later. But what you learned there is exactly what lets us rebuild it quickly. So we're going to look at 3 musicianship skills that don't usually get developed in classical training and how we can rebuild them quickly so your note reading and your musicianship grow at the same time. If you've taken formal piano lessons, you probably started by learning to decode notes and then hearing the music once you could finally play it. After a while, this trains your brain to learn through reading instead of listening. So your ears end up following your eyes instead of leading them. We want to get this back. But if you can read this, you've already learned the hard part. Now the goal is to look at what you play from a couple different angles, so your ears get more than one way in. The first exercise is to point to each note and sing as you read. We want to hear every note on purpose. Let me show you. Na 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 na. Second, take a short phrase you can already play and spell out those letters. You can pick it out on the keyboard as you do it. Just be able to spell it out. B, C, D, E, G, G, F, E, D. If you want to practice this skill quickly, my note reader worksheets make it really easy while using a bunch of popular songs. Check the link in the description to get a free copy. Third, look at an easy phrase and connect it to the scale you're in. Identify the letters by scale degrees. So look at this little section. In the C major scale, that's 1, 3, 6, 7. This isn't the traditional way you'd analyze this piece, and that's the point. We're borrowing tools, not replacing theory. The Function Finder worksheets make it easy to create your own narrative about a song. They use standard theory to map out the baseline so you can spot patterns quickly from song to song. Quick note here, none of this is meant to be done for long. This is how quickly we want to go through these little mini skills. E, D sharp, E, D sharp, E, B. 1, 3, 6, 7. We have an E chord. Land on C. You can use any perspective at any time. Just kind of glide through them. We're not doing anything comprehensively. Just use different perspectives to describe stuff. Classical training teaches us to understand music intellectually first. That's a real skill. But when it never turns off, it pulls us out of the physical experience of music. So instead of feeling the beat, we're analyzing, evaluating, and monitoring. And that's where confidence drops and the perfectionism creeps in. Reclaiming musicianship means giving the body a job again, but also giving our brain a better one. First, we reconnect to music physically. Physical movements, tapping, swaying, stepping, so the beat lives inside the body instead of being tracked from the outside. We all have our own way of doing this. Second, we satisfy the analytical side by analyzing the rhythm itself. With the Beat Builder worksheet, you're figuring out how the rhythms relate to the pulse, so you don't have to dissect the music while you're listening. That way, your brain feels settled, your body stays engaged, and you can actually enjoy music again like a human, not a referee. Classical training often teaches us to treat music as something fixed. The notes matter, and the goal is accuracy. That makes sense when you're working with repertoire that's meant to be preserved and passed down. But pop music works differently. It's still circulating, still changing, and meant to be reshaped. Covers aren't about preservation, they're about making our own interpretations. There's 2 ways a lot of people learn pop songs that could use some improvement. They either learn it from sheet music or by ear, but locking into chords too early. Both of these ways can cause you to miss the functions of these songs. Pop music doesn't rely on the same functional patterns as classical music. Its impact comes from our own personal style of playing. So when we apply classical habits, the result often sounds like a polished recital piece instead of you playing a song that you love in your own style. I want to show you a way of arranging that leaves room for you to develop your own style. We're going to use Hook by Blues Traveler. Let's play the bass line by itself. That melody is the anchor. Everything else reacts to this. Next, we'll do a generic harmony with it that'll sound good. You can make variations on which notes you use or how you play them. You mix and match your little styles here, and now you have a karaoke version of the song that someone can sing along to. Doesn't matter what I say, as long as I sing with inflection. The third way is to add the actual chord harmonies. And lastly, we want to really zero in on playing the melody accurately and match it to the bass line. Check the description to get a free PDF of all the worksheets in this video, along with a video series for teachers with added features on my website.